The hunters gossip. The hunters gossip. Like I said, you can sip this tea. God made it. Man, y'all gonna be so mad at me right now. I know y'all gonna wanna unsubscribe. Y'all gonna wanna unfollow me. But it has to be said, I mean, it definitely has to be said. And like I said, I give them to y'all as they come to me. As kids, and listen, kids, if you are a kid now, you may not even have a clue what I'm talking about if you watching this, so you just gotta ask your parents or whatever, or older cousins or some stuff. But growing up in my time, we used to play this game called red light, green light. And how it would go is people would stand in a line, and there would be a person far off in front of them, and what they would do is say, they would have their back turns, and they would say 1, 2, 3, red light, and turn around, and whoever they seen moving as they were turning around, because the object was while the person's back was turned, counting, was to run up to them and touch them or whatever, and whoever touched them, they became the person that got to say the 1, 2, 3 sound off. So anyway, when they would say 1, 2, 3 red light, and then turn around, freeze, if somebody got caught moving, they have to get sent all the way back to the beginning of where everybody started it. So freeze, and so people scared, froze, or whatever the case may be. I said that because fear. I must have done a number of hunters gossips that talk about fear, and that was a game as kids that was considered fun fear. Nobody wanted to get caught moving or whatever. And so we're living in a time, y'all, where life is at an all-time high when it comes down to fear. You have people giving out some of the most foolish advice based off of fear. Fear for themselves, fear for their loved ones, fear for, he say, she say, fear, whatever. And you have people that is making decisions based off of fear. And see, I feel like so much is being said on the wrong things, and so little is being said on the right things. And what that means is we're living in a time where so many people want to play roles that they were never meant to play. For instance, you have so many of us out here living in this world who wants to play the creator when we're only the creation. It's foolish to think that you, could be the creator, and it's foolish of you to feel like as the creation you can override the actual creator. I mean, it just don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? And here's another thing that I feel like is so bad when you're talking about God, to say the least, especially when you call yourself a Christian. We're not gonna pretend like the word doesn't say what it says. In Genesis chapter 1 verses 26 through 28, it clearly states that God made man in his image and gave him dominion over the animals that fly, those that crawl, etc. Gave them dominion over everything except for each other. And then you look around in this day and age and time, and you see where so many foolish decisions, so many foolish advice is given out to fellow humans because they have one main thing in mind: to have dominion over them. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. Here's the thing that I want people to understand. Don't get rules / laws or whatever mixed up with the fact that, that's considered dominion. Because you could take two people that go in business for each other, okay, with each other, okay, and they become partners. Those two people become partners in that business to make sure that business is flowing good, everybody comfortable. They would literally, inside of their BP/business plan, they would create business rules. Now, those business rules are literally designed for the both of them to follow, just to keep business going afloat. It's not designed to have one have dominion over the other, and etc. And here's why. Because if that was the case, which is not, but let's just say it was, right? Eventually, the one who feels like they have less power, or they feel like the other has dominion over them, eventually their focus will be drawn off of the actual business being successful itself, and it will get to doing stuff off course, such as plotting to try to take the person who they feel like has dominion over them out. And so now you got this very big mess. Things that literally was supposed to have been started off as a positive thing, it turns into a negative, all because the rules that were set in place, it was set in place the wrong way, causing one to have dominion over the other. So again, rules are rules, laws are laws. They're there, and they're set in place for a reason, for you to be able to, glide through, whatever it is that the rules are literally set for. And in this day and age and time, it's to live, a structured life. But the moment it turns into trying to have dominion over somebody else, that's where you doing stuff that you were never authorized to do from the time you were ever created, okay? And so that is what's going on. That is what's going on. That's what's been going on out here. People want to be in control over other people. So you do things you ain't got no business doing. You make things you ain't got no business making. You say things you ain't got no business saying. You got a whole bunch of people living with the spirit of fear, which is also something that God didn't authorize, or whatever the case may be. And then boom, you got a big mess. You have a big mess. If people would just learn to be the creation and stop trying to be the creator, a lot of things out here in this world will be totally different. A lot of things out here in this world will be way better. So when God say, and he been saying it, so I'm gonna need y'all to pay attention to that 1, 2, 3 red light, because God been saying the 1, 2, 3 red light, and people still moving. And he like, now go back, and people still moving, trying to touch him because they feel like they can do his job. And then you wonder why all this stuff out here is so chaotic. Like, I'm going to need you to get with the program, okay? You can't be the creation and the creator. You can't do it. The creator already got the job title. It ain't no more titles you can get. We don't need no co-creator. We don't need no creator assistant, or whatever the case may be. No. Our job is to be the creation. And anytime you try to mix the two together, it's just like putting stuff other than gas in your car, and then expecting your car to operate correctly. No, it's not going to operate correctly, and it don't necessarily mean that it's going to mess up right there on the spot because you done put something wrong in your gas tank. But eventually, after putting the wrong stuff in there so many times, boom, you got a catastrophe or whatever. So I'ma need y'all. I'm just, and I'm sorry. Don't shoot me, I'm just the messenger. Okay? Do your job and be the creation and not the creator. And then we can hurry up and get up out of the mess that we in out here. Okay? As always, I love y'all and bye.